Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Child of Light. I'm Koala.
And I'm Bear.
What you know about green eggs and ham? Oh man, look at that sound wave.
Spikes. Oh my.
Tracy Morgan brings out the best in me. What you know?
I laughed, but then I was like, I gotta edit it.
It's always the random things. I feel like no one is like a master of imitation outside of, like Robin Williams, rest in peace. But like I feel like every individual person, like your average person, is just randomly good at different imitations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like I can do that pretty well, I feel like. But then you can do like the Mike Wazowski.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh man, you put me on the spot.
No, all right. You can just crack it in whenever you want. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, last episode we got a new character, and something I completely forgot about is she has her own skill tree. So might as well start knocking some of those off her. Just kind of Mike Wazowski. There you go. Yeah. There's that, and there's my name Yep.
My name Yep.
Too good. But yeah, so in a more serious note, as far as like the game itself, Nora's character is a buff and debuff character, which is actually really helpful to have in the party, because you can just buff yourself really easily, but then debuff the other team to make it so that you can just swing through enemies right quick.
Right quick.
She's actually she can be a lot of fun to have as a teammate.
Oh my. Okay, did you ever see the clip by Angry Pug?
Angry Pug.
Yeah,
who's that?
he plays a game called what's the name? It's like H1Z1.
Yeah, the zombie game.
No, it's like third person, and you like fight in like a battalion sort of thing.
Yeah.
Look, I should probably know, but he did this one clip that's so funny. A lot of the players on there are Chinese.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I know.
You saw that?
I know. Yeah,
it's
I know
so
exactly.
great.
As soon as you mentioned that, I was like, oh, I know where he's going.
Right?
I know where he's going.
Taiwan #1. Oh my! I was cracking up. Oh my God.
No. You can explain that while I'm fighting these new enemies.
Oh. We gotta name them.
We haven't been naming shit.
Well, how many have we not named? Only a couple, right?
A few.
Yeah. All right.
A few. If I run into them again, we'll name them.
Okay.
So what would you name these ones? I think
Charizard.
All right, Charizard it is.
That's terrible of me because I just saw flames and I just
you just saw fire.
Charizard.
I mean, yeah.
And then we were talking about
clearly you know you're a '90s kid when
you use Pokemon references. And plus I was playing Charizard in Brawl, so.
Oh yeah, right.
Kind of had Charizard on my mind.
Anyway,
even though this
continue
is
with your story about
Taiwan #1.
Taiwan #1.
Dude, it's so fun. So, all right, he's playing this game, H1Z1, I believe.
Yeah, H1Z1. Yeah.
And a lot of Chinese players on there, and by Chinese, like people from China. And
where else would they be from?
No, I want to be very clear. You're ruining my story.
I'm sorry.
You're like the backseat driver.
The backseat shitter.
Backseat storyteller.
The backseat shitter.
Just straight up trying to ruin my story.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so anyway, I'm probably gonna botch the story anyway. So, it goes online, and, he dies, right? And they were in a Humvee in the one I saw. This is like the more popular. They were in a Humvee, they all got out, they all just get killed, and then you see the Chinese soldiers come up, because like in the game they're also Chinese, come up, and they basically just disrespect him and shit.
Yeah.
Right? And you can hear on their mics it's like relatively low chatter.
Yeah, okay. Hold on a second.
Yep. Sorry.
I'm Finn. Nice to fight beside ya. How adorable, a garden dwarf. Thank you kindly, miss. Psst. What's a garden dwarf? Must be the door to a garden. Orf. By the way, something I meant to mention in a previous episode is that anytime with the Irish accent or the Scottish accent where they have they just have, instead of saying in, they just say N, and then it's just like apostrophe N. anytime I see that, for some reason my understanding of the English language just goes out the window, and I just don't know. I just can't.
I just can't even.
I can't exactly. Even. Like I just can't. Like I'm being 100% serious. I just can't.
You can't.
Yeah. So anyway, continue.
So, Angry Pug and a couple of his friends are playing, and they all just get slaughtered. Right. So the Chinese players come up and, like, you know, they're dead. So the camera pans out, and then you hear the chatter is pretty relatively low. Then it gets quiet for a quick moment, and then Angry Pug just goes, Taiwan #1, and everyone just loses their shit, right? Like, I mean, like zero chatter to everyone just like yelling, and then he says like Taiwan #1, right? And God's like, oh no, fuck you, man, like with a Chinese accent, and it's just great. And then he goes on and he's like keeps antagonizing them, and he goes, Taiwan #1, China 4, Japan 2, but Taiwan #1. That's great.
Because the majority of the players are Chinese.
Chinese, and like you know,
and he's catering the joke to his audience.
His audience. I mean, rule #1: stand up, know your audience.
Yeah, right.
Oh, so funny.
Or rule #1 of pissing off people online. Know your audience.
As someone Chinese, I found that absolutely hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. I was crying. I actually was. I remember stopping and actually
Stop
laughing.
it.
Right.
Okay. No, sorry, not you. I'm saying like these like random cutscenes.
I was
just
gonna
of, like,
say, you
people
literally just want to ruin my story.
You slut.
I'm just gonna leave right now.
You slut.
And if you guys don't like my stories, you know what, viewers, this might be a treat for you. I'll just leave altogether.
All right.
Win-win-win for you and everyone else.
How delightful, a carnival jester. Not yet. I'm on my way to a circus nearby. And how strong you are. I bet you could raise a real lady high. Show me one and I'll make an attempt. She means a try. I think she just like shat on her.
Yeah.
She's like, if I meet one, I'll show you. Essentially, that means like you're not one, and I haven't met one yet.
Yeah. And Taiwan #1.
Taiwan #1.
Here's the thing: when he said China #4, that just got everyone crazy, because if you don't already know, in the Chinese language, 4 in Mandarin and Cantonese means the way you say it can sound like the number 4, but the same word can also sound like death. So that's why 4 is a bad word. Yeah. So that's why when he goes China #4, everyone just loses their shit.
Yeah, because that's almost as if he knew Chinese.
Yeah, and then Japan #2. Well, I don't even have to explain that.
No.
Or yeah, I don't have to explain that.
Well, I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, just look up Nanking if you don't already know. Horrific stuff. Anyway, I mean, he just gets them all riled up, and it's so fun. It's just so funny. That clip was honestly one of the best ones I saw.
I'm pretty sure I watched it with you, and you showed it to me.
Did I?
Yeah, I think so. And the thing is that I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't know. It's not that I didn't understand it. It's that I don't think I appreciated it as much as you did. I don't think it hit that funny bone with me.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like
that guy clearly knew.
It's like when a Chinese stand-up comedian makes like Chinese joke or Asian joke, East Asian jokes, right? And then it's a hit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
well,
there's
that too. But I mean, it's just you're right. It hits that sweet spot where it's just it's funny.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great. And then he has like several more videos too where he just antagonizes them. But the original one was just so funny.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, Taiwan #1.
Yeah, no, he. No, it's. I mean, there's a Persian comedian, like probably one of the few Persian comedians out there. His name is. I'm just pooping.
You pooping?
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where like whenever it comes down to the fact, like, you know, naming music or like naming somebody, I have a brain fart and just can't think of it.
Yeah. It's okay. We don't know what
Maz Jobrani. Bam, got it.
Whoa, you went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Right there.
So Maz Jobrani, he's one of like the few Persian comedians.
Right.
And I went to one of his shows once, and I'm Persian as well, and like my family went because of the fact that like he's Persian, we're Persian, like it just works, and like that's pretty much how it is. And we went to one of his shows, and his entire show was just Persian people, just a bunch of Iranian people.
Yeah.
A lot of them were older ones, and they just wanted to see him.
Yeah.
So essentially, all he did, anytime he made like any crack at like an American, like a more quote unquote American joke,
Yeah.
the reception wasn't very good because it was only just like the kids of the parents who would, laugh at it because they were the only ones to understand.
Right.
And then, so what does he do? He just makes a bunch of Persian jokes.
Instant hit.
Instant hit.
Knowing his audience, right?
And also part of the problem is that like part of his audience are Persian people that, again, story for another day. Persian people come to America, been here for years, don't speak a lick of English.
Yeah.
So like they come to his show and they want the entire.
So they literally don't understand.
Yeah, they literally don't understand him. So sometimes they actually heckle him, and say like, "Why aren't you talking in Farsi?"
That actually like
In like a small show, like yeah, like I remember like hearing whispers behind me while watching that show, and people being like, "Why isn't he talking Farsi?" And then a couple times he actually made a joke saying like between him and his the guy who bleeds up before him,
right.
made the joke saying like, yeah, like look at these people over here in this section, like pointing out at like this general group, being like, look at these people, they don't even understand me.
That's funny.
And it's actually pretty sad too. Like, I felt really bad for his the guy's name's Amir K. He's hilarious. You should look him up. I felt so bad for him because he was telling these jokes and they were hilarious.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it's like me and like the 5 other people there who are either American or like, or just appreciated English humor, like appreciated, like actually hit the mark. And like the rest of the room was silent. He was just like, man, if I spoke in all Persian right now, everyone would be laughing right now. And he's like, I could do that, but it's kind of hard to translate and it doesn't sound right and stuff like that. Like, I don't want the grandmas looking at me as if I'm rude.
Right.
But
That's
I felt,
tough.
yeah.
That's tough.
What?
That's tough. Like,
yeah, no, I felt really bad for him because most of them were there because they're like, oh, who's this funny guy? He's not Mazdrobani. I don't know why I went like slightly Italian there, but like.
I like the fact that you attempted on an accent there. This half Italian, half Persian guy.
Okay, something I've learned about accents is that you have to have a key word. Like for me, I have to say some key words in order to get the Persian accent out. Like I can't just be like, "Bam, got it," right?
Right.
I have to say some key words, and oh my god. I'm telling a story here, game. Stop being story related.
Yeah, and so try like me interrupting you. How do you think you'd feel if, on top of the game interrupting you, I interrupt you?
Someone's kind of salty.
Yes.
I don't know how that's gonna come out and sound. But
No, it sounded actually very, very clear because you basically licked the mic.
Lick it clean.
Lick it clean.
The mirror, I fear it is there. That temple up in the air.
We cannot fly that high.
Perhaps there's a path through the sky.
Let us ask someone nearby.
Good idea, Aurora.
I was thinking of the song Touch the Sky.
Oh, Kanye West.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Oh, I mean like his music.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Kanye West is dead.
Yo, you know which Kanye West I like? The Bound 2 Kanye West.
I'm pretty sure you might be the only one.
Nah, that's
the only other person who would agree with you on that one is probably like Kim K.
Is Kanye West.
Yeah,
Kanye West bumps his own music.
I mean, here's the thing.
Okay, bump's not the right word. Like he'll listen to it and like really get into it, like have like an emotional response to it.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, if you're a musical artist, right? Wouldn't you hope that you'd like your own music, like you bump to your own music?
Yeah,
like,
isn't that
kind of the point?
Yeah, it's just Kanye is just an interesting guy.
Well, he's Kanye.
Yeah.
By the way, these are 2 new creatures that we have to name.
Okay, is it bad that I thought Geodude?
No.
Geodude.
I mean, it's Geodude
and Scyther.
That's a tree. That's not even close.
Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo?
Yeah, like you remember the tree?
Yeah.
From,
No, that's better. I agree with Sudowoodo.
I thought it was.
That's not Scyther. Oh my god,
dude. Okay, I thought it was. I'm really terrible at this. Okay, I don't know why I'm the anthropologist.
I don't judge by looks, but that's a chanky ass fucked up Scyther.
That's Scyther on 1 HP.
Dude, that's an fucked up looking Scyther.
Alright, so you were talking about...
It looks like Professor Oak just, like, had a couple lab experiments on him. I'm a professor of Pokemon. It's just like, help me! Please! Kill me!
And you say that, like, as you attack him. Alright, so you talk about the comedy, right? So what's worse? Actually, no, this is not comparable. I'm gonna just tell another story, alright? So, my dad one time went with his coworkers to a stand-up comedy show.
Okay.
And, like you said, it was, you know, like a main act and then a couple, like, you know, lesser-known accompanying performers. And one guy there was doing Asian jokes. Alright? So, like, you know my dad. Right?
I mean, do I?
Yeah, I think you do.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Do you? So my dad goes in there, right?
Yeah.
Also, again, Asian, right? And the guy's telling like
I'm dumb. Sorry.
Like
continue with
like
your story.
really bad Asian jokes, like talk about like
by bad jokes do you mean
as
like
in like
racist, like ching chong ling long stuff like that?
As in like not funny in that regard.
Okay.
But then also. Like, they're just not funny. Like, basically, like talking about, like,
they're
how
not
they're
funny
bad
and they're
drivers.
not funny.
Yeah, they're not... Exactly. Like, if I say... in a
New creature, by the way. The guy up top.
This is difficult.
We might not... Actually, we'll run into him.
Robin Hood.
Alright. Continue with your story.
I'm getting really uncreative.
Like, really...
I'm just not trying. Alright, so... Oh, man, I'm gonna tell this crappy story now. So he's like listening to this guy do like Asian jokes, right? And they're bad Asian jokes in the sense that like all you're picking on is that Asians are bad drivers.
Like,
Asians are good
stereotypes.
and bad. The stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
No one's laughing, and then my dad's like the only one. Right?
Your dad's laugh.
And like and my dad has this genuinely like hilarious laugh where, and I'm sure you guys should probably realize it too, like. You know, you always have someone who has a laugh that just makes you instantly like crack up, or at least makes you feel better. My dad has one of those laughs.
And your impersonations or your imitations actually pretty spot on.
Yeah, pretty spot on, right? So that's how my dad sounds, right? So this comedian is going on with his jokes, and like. He's like no one laughs except one guy. So imagine this: no one laughs at your jokes, and then one guy laughs, and when he laughs too hard, and when you try to move on, he's still laughing. The only one laughing, and like, I don't know, 50, 100 people. That's way worse, man. Think about that performer.
But the thing is that like I'm sure your dad, like especially if the comedian, right? The comedian was just falling short on all of his jokes. Like no one was laughing nothing, right?
Yeah.
I would at least like even if like the guy in the front row who's laughing his butt off of like 2 jokes ago.
Yeah.
It's still better than not getting anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure your dad probably was like a godsend for this guy. He's like, if your dad wasn't awkwardly laughing like that, the guy would have probably just like walked off or just you know something.
It's a fair point. But yeah, my dad's laugh is just absolutely great. But and the thing is that like he was laughing at like the worst Asian jokes, and then like his coworkers looked at him and was like, "Why you're also Asian?" it's just I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But.
No, your dad's a character, that's for sure.
It's very much a character, and it's and his laugh is really what makes it. It's hard for me to explain it, but it's almost embarrassing sometimes though, because again it goes on for a little too long.
Yeah, no, I got you.
So, we're actually kind of running a little. We're gonna
run a little long.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just end it here on your dad's awkward laugh.
Yeah, one time he laughed really hard at the Pink Panther scene where like he went into the noise-proof room, and then he asked like, "Is this soundproof?" Like with this like French accent, and then he walks in there and then he farts like really long.
Oh yeah, and
that scene was like a minute. My dad was laughing for a solid 5. Like after the first minute, we were done laughing.
It's probably because your dad can relate.
Yeah, minute of laughter, right? We all kind of like finished laughing. He continued on for like another 4 minutes. After the second minute, I'm like, Dad, I think you need to stop.
I think we get it.
I think you need to stop.
Anyway, on that note, leave in the comments below any awkward situations or awkward laughing fits that like you're
awkward.
Yeah, pretty much any awkward laughs or anything like that. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe.
This ending is awkward.